What is up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. I hope you're all having a great day today. We have something very special for you. It is the channel's very first gear review. So let's do this. Welcome back from the intro, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. What are we going to be talking about today? Today, we're going to be talking about the Dara AIWB custom light bearing holster. So, full disclosure, I purchased the holster myself. I purchased the firearm myself in this video, and I purchased the ammunition and the filming equipment for this video. With that said, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I'm going to tell you everything I love and don't love about this holster. So from there, how did I find Dara? Well, I found Dara through a random internet search looking for a holster that would sport my P226 with my TLR1 weapon light on it because I wanted to carry that for my everyday carry. So through a random internet search, I found this company, Dara Holsters and Gear, and they're based out of North Carolina, I believe. And from there, I scrolled through their website, selected their AIWB holster, and input all my custom requests in there, and then about 14 days later they shipped this box straight to my door. So what comes in the box? Well, I'll show you. All right, so you open up the box and you get the holster. Hopefully you get the holster, and then they also send you this card that has a QR scan code on it, their phone number, their email address, all that, so that you can contact their customer service. I have not had to use that. Hint, hint. And then also, you get the order form with their quality control checks on there. So they show you that it's been triple checked. And then that's that. And then they also give you, well, they gave me a cool sticker in here. And that, full disclosure, they have no idea that I exist. So they gave me this cool sticker. And then they sent me a taller AIWB claw. So this is not an extra one. This one is actually a taller one. So with that, that's everything that comes in the box. Let's get into the holster. All right, getting a close up of the holster here, you guys can see that it is Kydex. I selected the carbon fiber print. They do have a couple other color options. I think they have green, normal black, and a couple others, but they do have this carbon fiber print, and that is the one that I selected. All right, getting away from the color, let's get into the features of the holster. One thing to note, it does come optics cut, so you can carry your pistol with an optic on it. You do not have to special order that. And another interesting thing is they actually cut this out for suppressor height front sight posts, so if you change your front sight posts around, you don't have to change your holster out, which I think is a very intelligent piece of the design. They do have two modes of retention. They do have a stipple here for the light, so it does retain on the light. It also retains on the pistol with a stipple inside here. Furthermore, they do have a AIWB claw on here, and they have a polymer belt retention clip. So as far as the construction goes, that is everything that the holster comes ready and equipped with. I do want to point out there is one really interesting thing I think that Dara does, and they use a whiz washer underneath their Phillips head screws. What this does is Dara calls it a lock washer, but the true term for it is called a whiz washer because what it does is it bites into the material that you're screwing down to, which if I was to remove these screws, you would see the polymer is a little chewed into. But what it does is it keeps the retention on or tension on the screw and keeps it from coming out. So they don't have to add Loctite to this to keep your retention. And you can change the retention just with a screwdriver and leave it as is. You don't have to take the screw completely out and re-Loctite it like you would if you did not have these lock washers or these whiz washers. So I do think that is a really, really interesting part of the design. From there, let's go ahead and show you what the fit and concealment looks like on the belt, and then we'll get into a range video. All right, before we get into the fit and concealment, I did want to show you all the pistol inside the holster without any obstructions. So here is the belt clip side, the opposite side, the top from the draw. As you can see, the trigger is completely covered. All right, from there, let's get into the fit and concealment. All right, guys, let's go ahead and have a look at the fit and concealment of the holster. As you can see, it does fit very, very nice. Now, with obviously a tight-fitting shirt, you're going to have a little bit of a bulge there. But with another piece of clothing, obviously, it'll cover this right up and you'll have no issues. All right, that being said, let's get to the range. Thank you all for sticking it out with me this long. Before I get into the final review of this holster, I do want to remind you to hit that subscribe button and get down in that comment section. I really do appreciate your feedback and it really does help the channel grow. That being said, let's get into it. I've been carrying this thing for about 5 months now and it has held up really, really well. I've only adjusted the retention on it twice, and for the last 2 months, I haven't had to do a darn thing to it. So overall, it's holding up very, very well. The fit and concealment is very, very good, and you can definitely tell that Dara took the time to make this custom to the particular firearm and the light itself. From there, I will say that Dara's craftsmanship is just spectacular. I really do think they have some fine craftsmanship for this thing. But I do have one complaint, and that complaint is I wish that the belt retention clip was metal and not polymer. And that's not because polymer is weak. Many firearms have been made out of polymer for the last 20 years, and we know polymer is strong. But the issue that I have is that the polymer clip is really, really wide. If they were to switch this to a metal clip, they could get away with a little bit thinner clip and would allow you to push this over into the 12 o'clock position further. Because with a standard belt buckle, this kind of sits kind of canted over and the light ends up hitting my thigh. Now, is that a make or break scenario for the holster? I don't really think so. So I do think it has room for improvement, but overall, I don't think it should persuade you not to get the holster. I think they do an exceptional job with many other areas in construction of this holster. And if you are looking for an AIWB light bearing holster, I think you should definitely check Dara out. Their website is very user friendly and I had no problems with shipping. And I heard their customer service is extremely good. So above all, I have not had to use it, so take that for what it is. All right, that should wrap up the channel's very first gear review. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and comment. It really does help the channel out. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I appreciate you. And as always, I'll see you next time.